Welcome back to the PM Talk Show. This is Pat Marsh, your host, and we have with us Miss Mercy Upolo, who's a motivational speaker, and she's done so much in her lifetime during her school career, and we want to piggyback back on that again to continue to get her message out. Um, I have a simple question for you. How was it that you were able to stay focused in high school and college with everything else out there that's a way to deter you from doing that?
It was not the easiest thing because, as many kids will tell you, there's so many distractions out there. You know, especially now in this day and age, Miss Pat, you have social media. You could be on your phone for days on Facebook. So it was definitely important for me to allow the distractions to not minimize my goal at hand. And my goal was to get to college and graduate with honors, and then obtain a very credible role in corporate America. And that was my goal since I was a freshman in high school, even. So it was important to just stay grounded and always focus on my academics, no matter how much I wanted to go to a party, how much I wanted to, stay out late one night. But no, if I had exams, I was in my room studying for exams to make sure I passed that test and I got my grades that I needed, because essentially that's what got me to my first role when I graduated out of college. I had a job a year before I graduated, and that was unheard of. So I was thankful for it.
Okay, well, you kind of remind me of my daughter. You do remind me of my daughter because she will graduate from Southern's Law School May
wow.
10th. And
That's
she was
awesome.
as focused, yeah, and she'll be 25 years old, but that was her goal, to be out of law school, pass the bar the following July, and then she's ready for work, and she has had some job
That
offers.
is awesome.
So I know just my asking you that, and I find myself asking a lot of other young people that same thing, because I want them to know how important it is to stay focused. Now, she's in a sorority, and I know you're in one too, the AKAs.
Yes.
Okay, how important was that to you to become a soror in this organization, and how important is doing internships for you?
In my life, when I look at different objectives, I really want to partner with any entity that resonates with who I am at my core, and my moral conduct and my moral code. And Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated not only personifies excellence, they are truly dedicated to service. And with me being someone who always loves to give back, that's what stood out to me. And I'm such a proud member of this sorority, and I'm so thankful that I have an organization backing me that allows me to give back continuously to my community. So that is the reason why I love my sorority.
Right. Now, how important is it to attend a magnet school? You said a little bit about it in the first half, but a lot of times there's this move to segregate the populations. Do you feel that's right, or do you not? You feel that it's wrong to do that, or should every child be given the opportunity to have that experience?
I completely agree with your latter statement. Every single person, no matter what race, deserves the opportunity and has the right to experience a magnet school. I'm living proof that Baton Rouge Magnet High School allowed me to not only develop a strong sense of who I am as a person, a strong character, allowed me to continue public speaking, but I had the privilege, and I use that word strongly, I had the privilege to not only focus on academics, but experience so much theater. Every single play that we had at my school, I was trying out for, and I got a lot of lead roles, and it allowed me to know, you know what, I can focus on my school and study and give back and run for, SJ vice president, but I can also do music and art and dance, and there was so much that my school offered. So every single child deserves that opportunity, and it's never right to take that away. A magnet experience is, bar none, the best.
Now, there's a school in Hammond Junior High, and somebody might say, well, that's how you talk about. Well, that's because I'm involved heavily with the school. It is a STEM magnet school. Was that a part of the magnet experience in Baton Rouge?
Yes, there was a lot of focus on science and math, academics. There was a lot of AP classes. It really was a platform that allowed students who wanted to attend the Stanfords and the Yales and the Pepperdines and Purdue's to be able to do that. I graduated with a lot of awesome classmates who attended those schools. So I think a magnet experience is something every child deserves. It is phenomenal.
And I say that because I had an opportunity to visit Hammond Junior High's science fair. And just in talking to some of the kids who had done projects, they were so into what they were doing and what they were studying until you can just see, you could visually see what their future would be like if given the chance. I saw the scientists, I saw the engineers, I heard them talk about things that I really had no knowledge of, but they were so well versed in what they were saying.
Exactly.
And these are kids that were in the 7th and 8th grade. So saying that, how do you feel about early intervention with children?
It's essential.
Okay.
It is the most important thing that a parent can do. When you start early, you are propelling a child's career to soar so many heights. Like you said, doctors, engineers, lawyers, politicians, the next president, which we already know Obama's a catalyst for. So it's important to have early intervention because they get to a point where that's all they know. And no matter what distraction comes in their life, they're ready to take it on. And that's what I am. I'm living proof that that can happen.
How involved, and obviously they had to be involved, but as a student at Baton Rouge High Magnet, how involved were your instructors in what you had to do and what they had to give to you to make sure you get to where you want to be?
Every single instructor went above and beyond what the call of duty was as a educator. And that right there is what made the teachers at Baton Rouge Magnet High School stand out. They are phenomenal. I would be able to get extra instruction if I wanted, more help on physics. If I had a science fair project that I really wanted to make sure if it was okay, I could go partner with, one of the teachers that we had, and they would help me. They would take that time out to just really just focus on you. And I think that's what made them so special. They didn't look at it as just a job. It was a life for them to really be able to be there for each and every one of their students.
If you were motivationally speaking to a group of parents now on the importance of helping their child attain, I want you to look into the camera and tell them how you feel it would be important to their children and how important it will be to them once their child attained what they were helping them to get to where they need to be.
Okay. Hi parents of Tangible Hope Parish. I'm living proof that you continue to be there for your kids and let them know how important it is to stay in school and focus on their academics and get those good grades on the test, that they will be able to do anything they want. You will have a future doctor, a future lawyer, a future educator. It doesn't matter what it is, but they will have that confidence in themselves to be able to be well versed enough to strive for anything in their life. So just continue to be that person who is a driver in their life, and don't let them give up. If you have your kid want to drop out or not want to continue an art class or a music class or continue playing basketball